if I'm being entirely honest, most people have what I'd probably describe as a terrible looking lawn, and it's because they can't get out often and give the lawn a cut. And robot mowers are to the point now where they're able to do that effectively and efficiently. I think of my life at the moment. I'm a new dad. I've got a 6-month-old, and even someone like me who's mad into lawn care, finding the time to actually get out and cut the lawn can be quite tricky, particularly during the week when I'm working. Last Saturday, I had the baby to myself, and that was the day that I planned to actually set this fella up. And being able to do it with a baby is kind of testament to how easy to use this machine is. From getting out the box to having it set up and ready to go took around about half an hour, and then what I had to do was actually map the space and then get this thing mowing in between the baby having naps. So during one of the naps, what I did was I set this to pre-map the lawn itself rather than me having to go around manually doing it. And then when I actually did this first cut, I wasn't even there. I was in feeding the baby, and when I came out, the grass had been cut. So I want to start off then with what I believe is the most important feature of any piece of technology that you buy, and that is how easy it is to use. It's so straightforward. It is literally unbox, plug in, get mowing. You don't even have to map your lawn yourself. Now, don't get me wrong, you can. There is a feature where you can map out certain parts of your lawn to get it really specific and get it to avoid any obstacles or anything like that. From the Yuka 1 to this one, the Yuka 2, they've made changes. So the Yuka 1 that I reviewed last year had a little RTK antenna that helped the mower to get really accurate of where it was mapping and where it was cutting, whereas this fella, you don't need any of that. It's got the cameras on the front, it has the LiDAR sensor, everything you need to avoid obstacles and to map things out pretty well. And what I was surprised by with this is how close it actually got to the edges when mapping itself, particularly with the stones on this side over here. It gets right up to the border, and even where we have the raised bed on the other side of the lawn, it gets within almost like a centimetre and a half to it. And that wasn't because I mapped it as closely as I possibly could. That's because this fella decided that's how close it was comfortable with getting. And even with the drop we have with the lawn border in it gets right up to the edge. Now, I do have to say that there's one part of the lawn where it's a bit of a cop-out in a way. I don't know if it's afraid of going into the corner because the map kind of avoids it ever so slightly. But I could simply fix that by just mapping the lawn myself manually. I almost have more trust in the robot mapping itself. So I went back to the auto map feature, and happy days, it just works. And the setup is all good and well, but what is it actually like at cutting your lawn? Well, there are two different types of mowers that we can get. We can get rotary mowers, which have a single blade that just karate chop the grass, and we can get cylinder mowers too, which cut the lawn like scissors, meaning that because it gives you a nice clean cut, you can get that height of cut really, really low. And I'd say with a machine like this, it's kind of a hybrid between the two. You can see that underneath this mower, it's got a rotary disc that cuts the lawn. So obviously similar to a rotary mower in that respect. But rather than having one big blade, which is fairly sharp, it has these razor blades that are, well, quite literally razor sharp, meaning that you're very unlikely to stress the plant out. And that's a massive benefit because what it enables you to do is to cut the lawn much more regularly. It's how often you cut your lawn that will determine whether you've got a boss lawn or one that looks fairly average or naff. I've had this going every single day this week after work. And what it's meant is that it's not taking a lot off the plant, but it's just been nicking off the tiniest pieces of growth every single day. And from tilting the mower, you can see that these are just some of the clippings that have come off this week. They're absolutely tiny, some of them, really, really small. So I want to talk about the features then that I like the most, because there's so many, and there's a scheduling feature so you can set it to cut on certain days at certain times, or you can choose to preset it yourself every day depending on when you want the lawn to be cut. So that flexibility is cool. And the mapping feature is cool, be able to map your lawn out easily and blah, blah, blah. But for me, the most important feature that this mower has is its wheels. The wheel's designed in a way where when it's driving across the lawn, these back wheels that drive the machine have very little contact with the ground, and that's so important because the more this goes across the lawn, the more potential damage that it can do. However, because it's making such minimal contact, you could get this lawnmower cutting your grass 3 times a day, and I guarantee it's not going to make any difference to the quality of your sward. And with its front wheels, you can see that it has these almost caster-like wheels, which are rounded. So again, because they move so freely and they've got a nice contour to them, they're highly unlikely to cause any damage when this thing's like moving about. And that's so important when you've got a small lawn like I've got, because any little imperfection really stands out. But it's not just the design of the wheels, it's the fact that you can be quite specific about how fast this mower moves too. I really wouldn't put it on anything other than the slowest setting, because the slower it goes, the more gentle it's going to be on your lawn. And that's where this machine really shines in a small garden, is the fact that you're not going to get any of those scuff marks, because I don't actually think it's capable of it. So I am going to be completely honest. I think this is really an almost perfect machine. However, there is one flaw, and actually this flaw plagues not just this machine, but all of the robots, and not just robots, but all other lawn mowers, and that's the fact that it can't edge the lawn perfectly. And that's because even though this can get within like a centimetre or two of the flower beds over there and get really close to this lawn bordering, what it can't do is trim the edge. Meaning that although this will take away 95% of lawn care for you, you're still going to have to do that 5% of getting the strimmer out and strimming the edges. And I'm hoping it's something Mammotion may consider changing in the future, because there are robot vacuums that you can get for your house where they have like a little spinny fella on the corner, and they're designed to whip dust out of the corners of your room, so it is able to vacuum everything up. So part of me thinks, why can't this have a little strimmer on the edge here that can be raised and lowered as you change the height of cut, so I can go around and edge the lawn as it's cutting it. And there's one other feature on this which is good, but again, in my personal opinion, could be better. But this is me coming at it from a lawn enthusiast's perspective, and also someone who likes efficiency more than anything else. And that's to do with how you change the height of cut setting. So there's a dial on the top, and it's really easy just to change the height of cut. All you got to do is press it down, spin it to the height you want, and you can do it in increments of 5mm, which for most people, like 99% of people, that's cool. What I would prefer though is the feature that you get on a machine like the Luba 3, where you're able to change the height of cut specifically in the app. But really that is a nitpick, because I do get why it comes with the manual height adjustments, and the main reason is that this is Mammotion's more budget-friendly machine compared to the much more expensive Lubas. But I guess it is food for thought for something in the future. So there we go, that is my review of the Yuka Mini 2 after using it now for exactly a week. It's going to be moving somewhere long term, where it's going to be cutting a lawn up until winter this year. So stay tuned if you want to see that video, and subscribe if you haven't already. So give the video a like if you have enjoyed it, leave your thoughts down in the comment section below. And finally, thanks for watching.